December 3rd, 2025. Happy birthday, Caitlin Warren. My beautiful niece's birthday is today. And the money lessons that you learn on this amazing day, it was nothing but God's design. How life works. I had an appointment today with Ricardo Rodriguez. And Ricardo is going to be a part of my live virtual conversations here coming up on Tuesday, December 9th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But what one thing I wanted to actually talk about is the money lesson I learned today in court, as well as my niece Caitlin Warren's 15th birthday today, December 3rd, 2025. And what I've learned in regards to the lessons in valuing yourself. And we're going to talk about that here today in this video. So earlier today, having the opportunity to expand our operations with Unica Gaines and the tax extraordinaire, as well as Adrian Mays, building this billionaire brand and working with a new part of our team, helping them out with the social media. And what I shared with Unika earlier is the aspirations of growth and opportunity that is going to be allowed with the AI Legacy Master Blueprint Calculator. And seeing the opportunity to introduce someone to AI, to automation, to seeing the power of what content creation can do for you, it honestly gave me chills down my spine. God does everything for a reason. And when I realize how it's supposed to work, it sometimes isn't clear, but as long as you take consistent action, that's when change happens. So, the first story, of course, let me talk about court today. Court was amazing. Having the opportunity to adhere to the choices I've made September 30th, 2023, and the excuses that I provided for mindset on the reasons why I had to go through my sobriety journey. But understanding that the sobriety journey was one of the best things that ever happened to me. If I could say honestly, building this calculator, having AI, having these opportunities that each day has provided, help build the mindset and confidence of what can help someone else out. What I've learned in this journey called life is that it doesn't matter what God has planned. If you don't have faith and believe, nothing is going to change. Change happens when change happens. So when I reflect back, like I said this morning, having our new team member helping out with the social media content, going to court today, looking at the opportunity of facing everything and recovering, sharing what where insight has been and how you can actually stay where you are right now, or you can actually make change. When I think about the changes that have been made, and then having an appointment not too long ago, talking about valuing yourself. When you look at this AI Master Blueprint Calculator and how I approach different individuals, clients, consultants, CEOs, owners, how much money you're losing and leaving on the table. What Ricardo Rodriguez showed me today in our appointment that we just left previously is he pointed out three things. It's important for you to have something called a marketing coach. Doesn't matter how much social media or if you throw money at ads or even if you're doing organic marketing, it's important to have someone to get into the rooms with you, to look at your content and to make evaluations, to be able to give insight and details and moving and growing to the next part of the mission of doing a financial roundtable and having that virtual roundtable to talk with other people on how to grow and build. There was an individual by the name of Kyle Rogers. He worked with ClickFunnels, two-comma award winner, working with marketers, and he has a different framework in regards to how to help people. And it's so funny having a background of and a passion to help people with financial literacy and education, and not to make the same mistakes that you've made over time, and being able to leverage all these opportunities to create wealth. But how Kyle Rogers and Ricardo Rodriguez and their whole concept, and Jim, who I speak with on Friday, how their whole mindset in helping people is showing don't limit and discount your value. Number one. Number two, show the opportunity of what is being lost by not investing in this change. And number three is literally understanding copywriting, the way that you communicate your message is how you can actually help someone else out. So again, it's not even about as people talk about the leads and the sales and the conversions and the numbers and the It's about the consistency of your message and how you actually can get that to, to make it as clear to see if I don't go with you, if the pain is that much that you won't actually be able to survive if you don't move forward with what I have to offer. So when I look at, just how God works and how God is takes the whole monetization on what money looks like. Some people think it's money it looks like what's in the bank account. The number is zeros that's at the end of your accounts. The ability of having real financial freedom is having a system set up for you to be able to work like a Ricardo Rodriguez from 12 to 5. But when I look at why God has me in this scenario, and so thankful that Caitlin turning 15, one of my angels in God, my life, and part of my why on why I do the things I do, why I work so hard, and having just the things that money, how money works that weren't taught in school. It doesn't matter if I come out and tell you about all these different things and opportunities. If you don't see the value and the impact on how it can change your life, that's what's so key. So I know in regards to the message that I'm providing here today, it's kind of all over the place. Because when I look at how just the last 8 hours have changed my life and what God has planned for me, one thing I can actually have you leave you with is understanding that what to expect when you're on your mission is going to be messy. It might not be clear. You might not solve all of the things that you think you're supposed to solve throughout your day, but if you just take things at 24 hours at a time and just break it up to know that God has a plan that's bigger than you, you'll be able to get to your end result. I'm so passionate about this AI financial literacy opportunity and educational tool that we have with the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator, not for showing you that, okay, this can save you X amount of dollars. It's really important to know that there's a way, there's hope. There's but the way that you put hope is to have a structured system and have supporting around you to help you get to that next level. So I say all that to say the value that you can actually have and take away from this watching this live here today, December 3rd, 2025, an amazing day 15 years ago with my niece Caitlin Warren coming about. But I have a duty to give all of what I can, if not more, to every single person that doesn't have that education in regards to taxes and business and credit, mortgages, the life insurance, estate planning, literally just automation and mindset. That was the piece in wealth, building with AI and automation. Those are all the different pillars that are within this calculator that I approach people with in regards to the opportunity. When I told Ricardo Rodriguez about our pre-launch pricing and how we were packaging our offer, he made me make a change today. And as soon as I got off the call, I called my business partner Anika Gaines and let her know that the pre-launch sale is over. And the amount of value that is in this with over 50 years of collective experience in taxes and business and nonprofits and all of the different experience and life experience that we are bringing in addition to the degrees and everything, the plaques on the wall and the certificates everyone want to hang around. Knowing your value sometimes and who you're talking to that you can help as many people as possible, it honestly starts with you. And so that was the one thing that I can say stood out in knowing how much. Then now the calculator is going for 997 until the end of the year, and 49.97 will be the price. And then he recommended being a 10K price, including coaching, just because of the way that we carry ourselves in regards to our education and helping people. And when I look at that whole change of the structure or what have you, I agree. The experience and things that have, if not higher, right? A Myron Golden charges 120,000 for a consulting session. I mean, even a Russell Brunson almost 200,000 just for an hour. So how you value your time and investing in how important this calculator and changes for you is it's all about how it's presented and the amount of money that we're wasting if you don't do anything. So there's always three choices when you have to make a choice. If I stay the same, if I make the choice to invest in myself, and or if I don't invest in myself, right? So you can stay the same, invest in yourself, and then oh wait, that's the three, right? So if you stay the same, nothing's going to change. Nothing doesn't happen if change doesn't happen. But if I invest myself and actually are able to stop leaving money on the table in those different areas of financial education, it's going to be a amazing growth output. But then on the other end too, if you don't, okay, so you do invest in yourself, you don't invest in yourself, and then you have the naysayers. I knew it was one I was missing. So the naysayers are the ones that talk about those that are doing the work. So in those three levels, which one do you want to be? I know over here, I want to work with those that want to take change, fail forward, be able to see how they can maximize opportunities. But most people, it takes time to get there. So the great thing is on Tuesday, December 9th, we're going to have Ricardo Rodriguez live with Adrian Mays on talking about structure, his life, just his authentic story. And even just like I said, just scaling with this virtual collaboration, post swap and virtual roundtable that he introduced me to. He introduced me to the idea of even having virtual assistants to help out with appointment setting. So that way, in the whole art of collaborations, Tell Your Friends About Me is the name of his book, and the art of networking. So I'll leave you with this. I want to show you there's many things that you can actually do in regards to change and how you're going to change, how you're going to make any type of impact on your life is what you decide to do. But what any action that can actually be helped you in regards to each steps is literally structuring your system to be the best part of how you actually represent yourself. So I want to show you here live because again, I know everything is for a reason. And Ricardo Rodriguez is who we met with today in regards to our AI Legacy Master Blueprint Calculator in changing the structure and functioning of our actual, our outcome. But how his their whole business model and helping people. I just want to say thank you because on my amazing niece's birthday, how I preached to her that she's a queen and you shouldn't settle for anything less. And just seeing that your past does not define you. What does define you is how you actually portray your message, how you move forward through life, and how you handle situations within life as well. I had to compliment Anika earlier today. I was explaining to her that her life story, even her helping other people, is freaking amazing. And I'm blessed to be able to be her business partner and to work with her on a daily basis. But how you actually react to the things that happen to you in life, that's what is so great about the opportunity of being able to change and being the best version of yourself. Whatever God has aligned for me within this month and moving forward, I'm thankful because everything that I'm learning is building the best version of Adrian Mays. And so when I talk to my clients, when I talk to coaches, when I talk to consultants, when I talk to the youth, when I talk to anyone that's working towards a dream, I can be able to show them and empower them and be a model to be able to help them innovate and be as prosperous as possible because all of the action is within you. So hopefully, the money lesson I learned today in court, money is a tool, just like everything else. But what you make of that tool, how you actually bring that tool to be the best version of you, that part's on you. So, Caitlin Warren, happy birthday, December 3rd, 2025, an amazing day. And God's working as we continue to grow and build this financial literacy tool, the only one in the world with the one hub. It's going to be a journey to the destination. I can, I will, I shall be victorious. What up, though? You know what? Drop legacy in the comments if you're live or even watching a replay. If it's something that made sense to you today, but today is the beginning of something beautiful that is going to be beyond me because, again, working every single day towards the goal, the AI Legacy Master Blueprint Calculator is coming on the map, ladies and gentlemen. Get your seats ready because we have change to make in this world. And that's what the goal is. And that's the mission. Let's go. Deuces.